am finally going to actually do a hair procedure for you guys, because I know my other video, it explains it, but it doesn't actually show it. Okay, so I'll be using a precision 0.5 tip for the scalp. At one point I thought, oh, let me use the face tip or the medium one, because I felt like it would cover more ground, but since the head is so round and since you're going in between a part, it actually did not work as well. So the fact that the wire filaments are a little bit closer together on the precision tip, it helps it to get the response better and quicker. So her hair is clean. Always have them come in with clean hair. Also, sorry about my outfit again. This is my friend. We weren't planning on doing this video, but we decided to do it last minute, so why not? Okay, so I always start on one side. And you can use a little clip if you want. I'll sometimes just try to use the comb. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And nobody, sorry, I shouldn't say nobody, but I very rarely do like the horseshoe around the head. I usually just do from the temples up and the crown. I know with a lot of people losing their hair from corona, some people will need their whole head. You can charge extra for that, but for the most part, people, men and women, they have a pattern of hair loss, and unless they have like alopecia around the whole head, they're not going to lose hair right here. So the hairs are always thicker in that area. She is not numb, and it will be a little spicy. The numbing would just make a big mess. It would get all stuck in the hair. And this comb, guys, this is a stainless steel comb off of Amazon. And so you can put it in barbicide. Looking for the same thing that we look for in the skin, a little bit of pinpoint bleeding, and a little bit of pinkness. Sorry, I meant on the face. This is skin. And it happens pretty quickly for most people. Some people will take a little bit longer. Don't go deeper than a 0.5, guys. Some people's follicles can start growing. The next size up is a 1.0, and some people's follicles will start growing at like, I think it's 0.8 or maybe even less than that. So you don't want to harm the existing follicles. I wish I had my hair up, but I don't have a hair tie. I only have a clip on me. No, it's okay. I put it behind my back, so it's not hanging in the procedure.
Is this the roller?
This is, yeah. So you just do the same thing that you would on the face, like any little blood droplets, try to rub them in. Don't let them dry, or else there's no product's gonna get in there. And then I'm gonna part it not even a centimeter over, so that I'm making sure I cover everything. How bad is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like 7 or 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's like more like closer on the face.
Yeah, and I always just remind them, like, the first one is the worst one. You know, like, your brain will get used to it.
Yeah. It sounds interesting.
Yeah. You guys will get more and more comfortable with your machine, but as a beginner, I do recommend like turning it off while you're parting the hair and stuff. You don't want to accidentally like scrape yourself, and you know, once you're more like conscious about where your machine is at all times and you're used to having this thing in your hands, then you don't have to turn it off. But as a beginner, I would turn it off, set it down on your tray, roll your serum on. So you guys, the second you hit the skin, make sure you lift. I'm going to do something to her. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world, but this is the wrong thing, okay? Yeah. If you hear that loud vibrating, you're not doing it correctly. The very second it hits the skin, you need to lift. If you leave it on the skin like that, it hits the same exact spot too many times. It's not good.
I was bracing myself.
Your head's responding really nicely. Every now and then I like, oh my god, I really feel like a workout. It's annoying. Your head is responding nicely, and some people's it's like especially if they are like significantly losing hair, their skin is going to take longer to respond. Like there's less blood flow. And guys, this is not going to bring someone's hair back that is like too far gone. So if they're thinning or they're just starting to recede, those are great candidates. If they're going through miniaturization, so miniaturization is when each hair, the hairs are growing in thinner and more dull and just weaker, and they're eventually going to die. So you can actually see it, like the surrounding hairs over here will be thicker and people start going through miniaturization in this area. And if they're going through miniaturization, you can save it. You can catch it and reverse it. But it will not bring back dead follicles, but it can spark up dormant follicles. Couple of things you can help your clients, like educate them about, I should say, some other hair growth products other than minoxidil and finasteride. I like to tell them about, obviously biotin, everyone kind of knows that one, but some people don't know like how much biotin they should be taking. So I was recommended by a nutritionist to take 10,000 milligrams a day, as well as I want to say 1,000 milligrams of zinc, but I could be wrong. It could be 100 milligrams of zinc. I'll just double check on that one. Feel free to comment on this video and ask me, and I'll write you what I found, or what I have in my cabinet, I should say. Selenium is really great for hair loss. Ashwagandha is actually really great for hair loss. There is a vitamin over, I get mine from Vibrant Skin Spa over in Arcadia in Arizona. This supplement called Nutrafol, and it has all of those things I just named in it, as well as more things, and it's really been amazing. And obviously, you know, hair loss can be related to a number of things, so this isn't always, it's not going to work for everybody. Make sure you limit their expectations. But it is really incredible. They could be, you know, possibly having a dietary issue, causing them to lose hair. Could be, you know, stress. It could be genetics, but if, you know, all of those things, we can still help it, right? So. We are coming out with a hair serum for Aftercare, which is so great. I'm so super excited, and it's literally supposed to be out like really soon. I'll know more in a couple days when we have our team meeting. I sell ProCell, by the way, for those of you watching this video. And I have a support group on Facebook for those of you who already do ProCell and are watching this video. You all are welcome to join it. You do not have to be my client. I'm happy to help. And about halfway through, I'm going to take my little eyelash brush, my little spoolie, and just clean off any dead skin kind of stuck to the wire filaments so that it doesn't dull out too quick. Super thorough treatment. You can kind of take a minute too, like, oh my goodness.
You really get used to it, actually.
Yeah. It's the most sensitive in the temples, you know, which is where I started.
Yeah. And I know we're working our way to the left side there, so.
Always under serum, guys. You can always go back at the end and add all the rest, but you don't want to run out before you're done.
Definitely want to see what.
The hair treatment can be done every 2.5 to 3 weeks. The scalp heals a lot quicker. They don't need to be gushing blood or anything, guys, and I know it's probably hard to see on camera, but if you look close, she is definitely got the pinpoint bleeding, which is what we want. Make sure you are contouring with the shape of the head. So if you're over here, you need to be here. If you're over here, you need to be here. So I'm going to tilt her a little bit. Yeah, I have her lift her head, and we're just going to do the crown area. This part usually doesn't hurt, in my opinion at least. I think it feels kind of good. Does it hurt you?
I mean, it's not as bad as the front.
And just like on any other part of the body, you can see where you went because it'll be pink.
Yeah, it really doesn't hurt. That's better.
Yeah. Just like SMP. I couldn't fall asleep when I'm working on the back of the head.
Yeah. You're not really stretching the skin.
No, I'm not like at all.
Yeah.
You know. And guys, people will have moles on their scalp. Not like super common in people with a lot of hair to have like skin cancer, but like, you know, people, especially when they're thinning, like she may have gotten a sunburn on her scalp, and it is very, very possible, you know, to have skin cancer. It's obviously more common in bald people than it is with people with hair, but it's not unheard of. So do be careful. Keep a lookout. She's got a little more, actually, that's a freckle. I can go over that. It's completely flat, but I saw it and I looked at it and I made sure it was not raised in any way. So I'm going to instruct her to not shower for at least 24 hours. If she can go 2 days, I prefer 2 days. I want her to avoid heavy sweating activities for 48 hours. No saunas, no jacuzzis, no heavy workouts. Her head will very likely start to itch by day 3 or 4. And she may have some dandruff, and that's okay, that's normal. And again, we are coming out with an Aftercare hair serum very soon. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I generally recommend people start out with a series of 5. And then we analyze the before and afters. And I have had people start growing hair after 1 or 2. I've had other people not start until 6 or 7. So it's just about patience. Luckily, this is a pretty affordable procedure, you know. It's not like, you know, PRP where you're dropping thousands and taking a chance that it might not work. I shouldn't say it doesn't cost that much. In the long, you know, overall it does cost a pretty penny, but each time it's not a ton out of your pocket all at once. So for a lot of people it's easier. It's almost like, you know, it's like you're doing a payment plan. You're paying as you go. I don't offer packages for the scalp. I don't know why. I just don't.
And after they're done, when they're seeing results, how often should they come back?
For a little pick-me-up, if they can, once every 3 months. Same thing with anywhere on the body. Once every 3 months if they can. At the most, try not to go more than 6 months. Because think of it like going to the gym. You get your body all amazing, and then, you know, you take a year off, it's gonna go back to what it was. So you gotta snap it back into shape. You gotta exercise your cells just like you would exercise your muscles and your brain.
Mm-hmm. So that feels so good.
Yeah.
So soothing. And do I put this on after, like, at all, if there's any left, or?
Yeah, you can, if there's some left at the end, you could give it to them, but I like to just do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never in a rush.
Nope.
And if you guys have a red light, you can throw the red light on right after this. And that is an amazing finishing touch. a lot quicker. Yeah, you know what? I'll take yours and then I'll edit it into my Okay, all done.
Thank you.